All right, welcome. I'm Mallet, and this is Railroads Online. It's a first-person railroad simulation based on Steam, and this is your start point. You get a community, which is a Discord. We've gone there, so you can do that. You have your options, which give you controls to move forward when you're in your first person mode. Go WSAD to move your person around. Jump, sprint, crouch, lean. Enter the vehicle, toggle, things like that. Additional things that are not on here are G, which will toggle a menu for your options for building and stuff, and V for zooming. You get your graphics here. I've got it pretty high, I think. The audio, master volume, get your music, special effects, master volume, all those things. And then language. You want to do a different language, then obviously we're going English. Then we're going to go back and we're going to play. And it's an online game, so you can do online multiplayer, so you can have multiple people in your server. So what I'm going to do is just enter my server name here. The Mallet Road. So homage to the Milwaukee Road. The game is starting. And here we are. This is what you start out with. Start out with good old Betsy, sitting there ringing the bell. Press shift in WSAD and you got one car. I think it's a log car. It's a freight car. Left mouse. You would unload, but we're not at that point yet. So let's go back to our train. Check her out. Not a very big train. I believe you would call it a porter. What would we call this? It would be a porter 02040, I believe. Yeah. There's no guiding wheels. You got 4 drive wheels and no trailing wheels. So we got a 040 porter. And here is our engine. This is our regulator, basically your throttle. Got your reverser. We're gonna go straight. You click that, and that makes it go reverse. That's the brake. You can crouch down and open up the boiler. Now the boiler is not very hot now, and we've got to get it up to about 100, 120 psi. And to do that, you get wood and put it in the fire. But since I don't actually know how to replenish the wood into here, which we will learn, I'm going to plop down a firewood depot and grab some from there. But before I do that, let's take a look at some things. The map, press M. You see the arrow is pointing towards the freight depot, which is we bring our freight. So at some point what we're going to want to do here is bring different things to different places with our railroad. We'll have to lay all the track to do that. We want to bring stuff into the freight depot. This is apparently our yard. So we're going to probably run, I don't know, should we? If we wanted to take oil to the refinery, we'd have to take refined oil to the freight depot. The freight depot is where you're pretty much getting all your money and stuff. It's not a lot big economy at this time. So we can do, I'm going to stick with logs. It seems like the easiest option at this point. So we're gonna mess around with that, but we're gonna show you how things work. V gives you a different level of zoom. Well, that's how that kind of works. All right. So we're gonna press G. G isn't good. That's how you can do stuff. But we want to put down a facility, which is a firewood depot, so we can get firewood. I'm not so great on the placement of stuff yet. We're just going to put it down so we can go over here and get some firewood. So left mouse, you kind of look around. It shows the firewood and stuff like that. We're eventually going to want to bring some firewood into here, but we're going to just put this one down so we can get that. And once we start kind of looking at the firewood thing, you can click on the left mouse, pick up some firewood, right? Click a couple clicks. We're going to just walk back over to the train, to the locomotive. And now we're in the locomotive. We got this log sitting here. You can right click, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can also take firewood from there. Once that top left thing shows up, right click, right click, right click, right click, right click, and you got stuff. But we do need to let this to build up some heat. We're gonna run back over and get some more firewood. Back over. I'm not sure how to do this more efficiently at this time. I'm gonna put a couple of fires in there. And there we go. Make sure our regulator and everything is good to go. So this is one way to operate, like I showed you, with as a first person type thing. You can grab the stuff, move it back and forth. And another way is if you're in the cab, press F. You have this other way of operating. You have slides. Brake, whistle. We don't have any steam yet, so we can't do that. Generator and compressor are for lights and other an air compressor. And the sander. We don't have any sander. The bell will go off. Once we start getting some steam, we could probably actually blow the whistle, but can't do that quite yet. We're going to go up in front and prepare this vehicle. So you have to couple all your cars together, right? Come down here. Again, on the left, as you highlight that with that little orange square, you see the commands left mouse button, drag up, and add link. So we're going to add a link into here. Right mouse button, stroke down, you're going to get a link and pin. So these are all operated by link and pin. Got a little steam, hopefully soon. but what we can do is go over here and talk about the train car. You can kind of see me walking nice and leisurely up onto the train. Okay, we're going to show you how this works. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Alright, we've got the brake. So, again, up in the top left-hand corner, you've got left mouse, drag left, open, left mouse button, drag right. So we're left mouse button, drag left. So we want to make sure that's off, that's on. Now, the other thing might be helpful for you is you see how that in the left-hand corner that tooltip, I guess you call it, comes up. If you toggle away from that, press X, that tooltip does not come up. Toggle away, and it comes back. So as you get used to doing this, by pressing X, you can have that there or not have it there. So at this point, we're going to leave it there because I'm certainly going to forget about this. Just leisurely go over here. So it looks like we've got our top off valve has spouted so our spoiler hasn't blown up. Standing in the fire. So let's do this. Got 125 pressure. So let's go ahead and put our reverser forward. And take our brake off. Give ourselves just a little bit of regulator. And then we can lean out, down a little bit, and go to F. We can operate this by F here. We can put our brake on. That way, so when you don't always have to be in the train to do it. We'll come out here and connect up our car. Right? So we have to come here, put a pin. Now these aren't exactly the same size, but it's kind of a same height. It's kind of a peculiarity of the game. I've heard different things, different sized cars and stuff like that, but you know, this is a smaller locomotive, so maybe they will over there. So let's go up here. We're gonna have to run into a couple things of it. This is how everyone starts the game. You gotta kind of learn some of these things. We've got the brake on. We're gonna put our regulator. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to teleport right through the track here. Come here and take our brake off, right? Left. Open. Alright, brake is off. We can do a little jumping. Enjoy because we got the brake off. I'm going to do a small section here. Just wanted to refresh them. Hello again. Rick, I didn't see you right away because sometimes that doesn't always work. This is the whistle. That's kind of fun. Got our regulator in place. We got a regulator there. We're going to remove the brake. Alright, now we're going to kind of stick out here. Got our 18%. We don't need 18% really. And we're going to just pop out here. Now we're going to run into a tree. So we're just going to put our brake on. next fun thing you have to do is you have to lay track and cut down trees. So we would toggle G. You would cut down some trees. You stick that in there. And this is the only thing at this point that I know of that costs you money in the game. So apparently someone decided to run the train, put some trees right in the tracks. It must have been empty for a while. Well, yeah, those will kind of disappear a little bit. Toggle G. So toggling G, we have different things to build. Crossovers, deck, track. Groundwork, which is basically your ballast, you know, a wall, constant grade, variable grade. Facilities, you have a water tower, a sand house, and a firewood depot. At some point, we're probably going to have water to our train, sand. And locomotives. Now, one of the reasons I like this game is it has all the locomotive stuff that I like. I like the old railroads. So it has everything that I pretty much had on my garden railroad. These are all the locomotives to one extent that I had. And now at some point we do get a Shea climax, but I haven't actually seen it yet. But we got the top of the line right now. I think this is Eureka. Well, it's not top line, 2, 3. You can see Baldwin Locomotive Works is very much an homage. You got the Cook Mogul, the Heisler, which is a geared locomotive. So when we get one of these, we can talk a little bit more. Geared locomotives were basically very much a logging or mining locomotive. It would allow them to go over some very steeper grades and shoddy tracks. So basically the cylinder arrangements are up and down. It'll turn this shaft, which in turn turns a gear, which turns a gear here that turns gears to turn these wheels in the front and the back. So we're on the little guys here. Maybe we'll get a hand car. We'll do a hand car when we have something else. Look at the trees for a second. Have a drink. I really wanted to get out and start messing around with this a little bit. So this is basically just a nice little model railroad is what you would have in this game. Obviously, there's a lot of things to build and a lot of stuff to move around. You start out with a yard where you can order cars and put them in there. But what we want to do here is eventually get some track built from the freight depot and to maybe the logging and sawmill area. So I think we're going to have to actually do. I think we're going to have to go to the logging camp and then to the sawmill and then back to the freight depot. And I think we have to. Yeah. So at some point we'll have to go to the iron ore mine and the coal mine and take that material to the smelter. And I don't know if you go from the trees just kind of disappear. And I don't know if the ironworks or the smelter is where it eventually goes, but I think you need iron and coal to make iron. So that must. Then I think we go to the smelter. I think the smelter then goes to the ironworks, and then the ironworks goes to the freight depot. So obviously no one knows about economics or manufacturing. This is about moving stuff from one place to another. So we'll be doing that. So obviously, I guess we're gonna try and go to the logging camp. Now, I believe I believe there are buildings and situations there already. So we just need to make a track to get to the logging camp. No, we do not get wood from that. That you would seem to be nice. Iron and coal to make. Yes, iron and coal to make iron. True science. This is a science-based stream. So it really has what I think are the coolest aspects of railroading is the old logging, mining railroads. And you just have to kind of plod along with it. So I guess we're gonna go back to that map, and we're gonna have to somehow make a map, a track that goes to the logging camp. So I guess I'm gonna kind of go off to the. Assume the top is north. We'll go off to the northwest and see what kind of track we can find. We'll continue. M is map. Oh. So the one thing that we have now is we have an operating locomotive. Okay? And we can, if we wish, move this up a little bit. Take the brake off. And as you know, you need very little momentum to get going. You can see our wheel right there. We're going to back it off into this. And then we're going to back it off to here. Then we can V, say, come on, bro, what's going on? We can't go anywhere. Science rules. Hey, Yamyans, welcome to the stream. You know, it has pretty good physics because it will roll you back. So I did watch a few videos on how this game works because before I decided to get it, I really wanted to know if I could actually enjoy doing it. And it is an early release, and so we can walk through stuff. We can strut over here. We're just going to do some strutting. Because the music is very much strut-wise. And they do have a soundtrack for this too, so they actually did have someone make their own music. So this is a good game where if you have friends, which I don't, you can we'll look at left mouse button, dragon light. I kind of just did that. Maybe we can. So yeah, all this stuff kind of works nice, you know. And yeah, science rules, especially when it comes to trains. So we're gonna try and there. I guess it's gonna be a little touchy. So let's take a look over here. It looks like we did someone did some track groundwork here. So yeah, they did a little bit of that. So we want to come into here and press G. Yeah, we need to lay. We need to lay all the track. So you take this. Let's go back to the next page. You go to G. Groundwork. I'm going to try and stay at a constant grade, I think. And we'll just take this and you kind of stretch it out. Like that. Then we'll come back and cut our trees down. So I actually think they have a lot of songs that are similar to other songs. So we went all the way up to here. And then we'll have to come back and cut down the trees too. Click on the map. All right, we're still going towards the logging camp, so that's pretty good. What if we can go back to G? We gotta go back to G. Oh, constant railroad grade. Boom, boom, gradient 0. Left mouse button plays to point. Right mouse. X and Y edit curve radius. No, we can't. You're really limited to kind of that zoom. You can't see overhead. X and Y edit curve radius. Edit gradient. Toggle. So left alt. X and Y. So I guess we're gonna try something here. This bullet is a new train game. God, look at me, I am stuck in the dirt. That's a big grade there. Seems as though I may be actually in the dirt. So this is our roadworks. Guess we should probably try and go back and do some trains, eh? So you don't really... So we've left it at a constant radius. And I guess we're gonna have to cut some trees down. I don't have a problem putting the track down first. We got this, we gotta kind of think of this. We got our yard here, okay? So we're probably gonna end up putting some other tracks in there. And that's that. I'm gonna go back to G, get some rails. So when that symbol there hooks up, you can start running some rails. And you do it in, like, I think, small sections at a time. Which kind of be fun. track already? Looks like shit. Let's go back to G. That's not what we wanted. You go to demolish. Get the little wrecking ball. Yeah, it's not an easy process. Kind of one of the things I was slightly worried about in a way. Now, I did realize there is some easiness to some of this. There's no like snap lines or anything, right? So, which I would say that if you're doing the game at some point, that you probably want to do that. But pardon me. If you want to make something nice and straight, you gotta get these crossovers. Well, you don't want to do that. Right, G. Back to the rail. You do that. You can put a couple of them in. So you're going to get this nice straight transition there. So you put a couple of those in. The ladies! So we have to try. And I'm not sure why I said that, so I do apologize. You link that up. Now, laying good track is obviously tantamount to laying good pipe. If you make it crooked, this is going to be nothing but a big mess. Never want straight transition oxymoron. And that's how we cut trees. Now obviously I'm going to have to do things in between streams. Because, yeah, it is. It's perfectly fine. There's no problem with that. And now we can come back here and press our G button with demolish. Demolish and demolish, right? And we'll back off a bit. Hit the G button, make some tracks. Now you can see that that would be a complete and utter disaster there, don't you think? Ah. good transitions there are good, are important. So our train is going to come out through here, and I think so far it looks like a pretty good thing that we've got going there. So. We have our train all set up. Why don't we try and see if we can run that down there a little bit. Ah, getting the train. Still have fire. Did we get our? Did we? 8%. I don't think we even need 8%, but. Come out of here. Check out the run. Be nice to be able to kind of personalize your guy, but really not going to look a lot different than that. That is what I call a nice straight track for what we have here. And you get some wobble. Porters, they did wobble. Yeah, we forgot to do that. So we got F. We're gonna do our reverser here. Okay, we're gonna see if we can pull our train back up. That's how that works. You can always pull your train back onto the track. A little power, and you can go. Now, I don't know how to power down the train, but yeah, we should probably move our train up a little more. So we got our reverser. Got our brake on 100%. We only need our power like nothing. Probably should go make more track. Brake is on 100%. I don't know how to. So we got the good whistle. I think we did a good job so far on the track. We need to, let's see if we can run this track out a little bit more. Well, yeah, I intend to do that. There's the point of how much will I bore you with it, right? I think grabbing onto it like this and doing the W gives you a pretty nice straight tree. The straighter this track is, the better you are. You know, you can't have a lot of wiggly woos and stuff like that if you can help it. This type of train is not really gonna respond. Well, to that kind of stuff. Certainly like to spin around, eh? Nicely done trees. They kind of like, boom. Where'd they go? I think we missed a tree or two. I think we have a nice grade. Like left it a constant grade. So that, you know, I don't know if that's the best idea, but do have a little bit of a wibbly wibbly here. I'm gonna call them wibbly wibblies. Kind of like that word. Kind of want to try and keep it in the center of this if I can. Maybe start moving that over into the center. Doesn't seem like I can really keep it in the center, can I? I think I'm gonna do a little bit of demolish. Well, I'm I'm not going to demolish. I demolish this. Oh, yeah, you know. The fun part here is we only went a small amount. No, why? How come you guys know about all the horror train game kind of things? It's gonna take like 100 years to get to here. Now we gotta go back and do some groundwork. Chop Chop Charles, that's just horrible. Choo Choo Charles. I think you might be making that up. I think that would be is it? That doesn't work that way, does it? It is called the Orient Express. Alright, so let's try this. Why do I... Yeah, that's a little bit of glitchy there. Yes, me. I seem to be ending up in here. Tracks of blood. Yeah, if you get ahead of the roadway, that seems bad. So we gotta get our logging thing out here, get rid of some trees. That was some killing me. Trying to destroy the memory of all these famous train guys. I couldn't actually imagine that happening. But yes, everything is manual. So, you know, this would be a fantastic game if you had a group of people to hang out with. I will have to do that, sir. You're okay if I don't do it like right now, right? Look at that. That is fantastic. Thank you. So we've got quite a grade here now. This is obviously probably going to cause us some trouble. This will cause us trouble. I'm almost positive of it at some point, right? That's a weird glitchy thing because as soon as you go a little fast, when you want to maybe move. Where am I building these tracks? That's a good question. We're building them in the map. So on the map, there are areas like we have a little yard here. There's the freight depot, and we're building tracks to the logging camp. And from the logging camp, we're going to take logs to the sawmill, I believe. From the sawmill, I believe we're going to bring them back to the freight depot. And then at some point, we're going to go and collect other things and move them around to other places. So, that's what we're doing. And I'm going to probably do with this is probably build stuff in between. So maybe I'll record some of these videos. I'll record building to somewhere, and then we'll probably maybe stream getting there, getting the material, bringing it back. Because there's a physics involved in the game also, where you will derail the train. So it's pretty fun. You have to actively manage the brakes and stuff on the train. So, you know, this is slightly tedious, but, you know, let's kind of see if we can get a little bit more track down and you don't fall asleep on it. Well, we're trying to find our way out of here. That's what I'm trying to do. And I think we might have gotten stuck into something. I think somehow we have gotten ourselves stuck inside this, I believe. We could crouch, that might help. Or jump. So if you get yourself stuck inside of the groundworks there, jump. That seems to be the plan. And if you get off of there, you gotta go back up. So there are some, it's an early access game, and there are some areas that are gonna be interesting, right? You also have to be kind of close to the trees to do stuff. That's kind of depressing. But sometimes see, I don't like that. It bugs me. We end up off on that patch. See what I tried to like doing the crouching a lot. That's kind of fun. We should see what we look like. Oh, that's good. There is some physics to that. We do probably need to start bringing that grade down. There's nothing good about that. That is superbly annoying. Wonder what I am doing wrong here. I don't think that's right. Get some logging action. They're nice trees. Dude, some of our groundwork is just atrocious. It's as fast as I can go, guys. I'm sorry. Let me get some track. Some more track lead. Not bad looking track. I didn't want to do that. Kind of a bad section there. Just dragging it and pressing W. And kind of clicking every little bit. That might be a hot tip. Hot tip there, guys. Hot tip. We got a little curve here, don't we? The most gradual you can do is the better. Careful how much time I spend on this. It's one of those things that you just do. Because you know you gotta lay 1 million miles of track to get to where you're going. Now it'd be nice if there was a key that took you right back to your train. But I don't know of one. When did we... I think we need to watch me run. So this, you know, this is because of poor groundwork. Yeah, you know, at some point in time, you probably will see that happen. That is not an unlikely thing. This is where having, you know, a friend would be nice to move the train up or something. No, you do not. There's very little customization at this time. Mostly me. It's like the Canadian Shield. I'm just running through the woods for many, many years. I wonder if my fire burned out. I'm pretty much sure it probably did. No, he does. He does not. Oh, we still got fire in there. I think 4% is more than enough. Take that brake off. That's true. Let's move it up, boys. We got work to do. Yeah, because every time he got someplace. Screenshot. I guess we gotta go back and get some more pressure on there. We have to open up. Need some more steam. There we go. No, there isn't. Not at this time. Maybe in the future, possibly, but not now. Oh, I missed that perfect shot. We should probably go a little faster, I think. Also like not to be burning my entire body. No cars. Yes. Can. That. Did we possibly build a railroad with an incredibly large grade? Yes, it's possible. Very possible. I'm not sure why. Well, I have an idea. We have to make steam. Apparently, we weren't making steam anymore. I don't think you can really make steam if the boiler's not closed. Don't pay for it. But it looks like also the possibility that I don't know if we made a railroad with it going up all the way. I thought we had a constant grade. I didn't actually think we were going like up. So yeah, we should be good now. Yeah, it has some certainly has some cool aspects. Pardon me. Some issues here with the controls, like if you're in this mode, they kind of you pop out of it, it kind of goes to zero. So I wish it would stay. Reset it, but it doesn't. Hey, maybe that's something I gotta work on. hopefully we don't actually. It's obviously a game that you have to probably like trains. There might be a little bit too much wibbly wobbly. I think we're actually coming to the end of the tracks that we made. But it is, you know, it is what it is thing. So we will throw our brakes on here. Hit the bail. And I think, excuse me, we made a little progress. A little over an hour. We're going to save this game. I'm going to save that slot 1. How's that sound? And with that, I'm going to leave you, find people for the evening. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come back. We've got a lot of fun stuff on. To me, it's fun, so hopefully it'll be fun for you. And I'll try not to bore you to death, but next time we'll hopefully get the track to the sawmill.